In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a blog website step by step. I will specifically show you how to make a blog website using WordPress. And don't worry if you are new to WordPress because I'm going to hold your hands every step of the way. We are going to use a theme that is designed perfectly for blog websites. The homepage of the website we'll be building has a hero section with a call to action that when you click, it will take you to the blog page of the website. It also has a section for popular posts, an about section with a call to action. When you click, it will take you to the about page. And finally, a section for latest articles and guides. At the footer section are trending posts, which will get your website more page visits and also give your users a better user experience. In this video, I'll also show you how to enable cookie policy for your website. This website we'll be building has a blog page that will display all your blog posts, and also at the right sidebar are some most recent posts. By the end of this video, I'll show you how to create an about page for your website and a contact page that your users will use to get in touch with you. By the end of this tutorial, I'll show you how to add a cool search feature that will give you live search to better enhance user experience. So, if you want to make this beautiful blog website, keep watching. Hello guys, this is Sadiq here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So, if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video. To create our website, we are going to use only free resources. The only thing we need to pay for is a domain name and a web hosting, which is a standard for every website. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your own custom domain and web hosting. So to get a custom domain name and web hosting, click on the very first link in the description down below. Or you can go to your browser, enter dikupages.com in the address bar, then /Asura. Enter. This brings us to asurahosting.com. Asura Hosting offers multiple affordable hosting services to suit you perfectly. They have website hosting, reseller hosting, VPS hosting, and radio hosting. So for our purpose, we are going to web hosting. Asura Unlimited Web Hosting is a shared hosting that comes with unlimited bandwidth, NVMe Express SSD disk storage, email accounts, and many more, where you can choose between cPanel or direct admin when you are signing up, with up to 30% recurring discounts when billed annually for longer periods. Now let's take a look at the various shared hosting plans. Now with Asura Hosting, you can choose from Starter, Unlimited, and Unlimited Plus, where you can switch between direct admin or cPanel. So you can either decide to use direct admin, where you pay $1 per month for starter, or cPanel, where you pay $1.29 per month. So depending upon whichever control panel you want to use, either direct admin or cPanel. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use direct admin, where I will pay less. So these are the various features you get under the starter. You get 12 GB NVMe Express SSD storage, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited free SSL certificates, 15 email accounts, 15 websites, 15 databases, and many more. However, with the starter, you don't get to have private name servers, free gold 10 key reseller plan. You don't also get free domain yearly or free dedicated IP. Now for the unlimited package, everything you get is unlimited, except that you will not get free gold 10 key reseller plan, free yearly domain, and also you won't get free dedicated IP. And lastly, with unlimited plans, you get all the features which are unlimited, and you also get free domain yearly as well as free dedicated IP. So I will recommend you to go in for the unlimited plus if you want to get extra features that the starter and the unlimited does not come with. Now going down, it is very important to take notice that when you are using the starter, for instance, you will pay in $12 for a year, and at a renewal you also pay $12 for a year. You don't need to pay extra for subsequent years as other web hosting platforms do. So going up, I'm going to use the starter package for this tutorial. So I click on order now. So in here, I can register a new domain or transfer my domain from another registrar, or I use my existing domain and update my name servers. So in here, I'm going to register a new domain. So I search for the domain I want to use. Take note, the domain name you are going to use should be unique to you. If a particular domain is already registered, you cannot also register it for the second time. So let me search for a domain that I want to use. Dikupages, and then the domain extension. You can drop down the arrow here and choose the particular domain extension you want to use. Now, if you are creating for a business and you want to go international, I would recommend you use .com. You can go ahead and use .net, .org, .biz. You can go ahead and use .org if you are creating for an organization, that is, for instance, an NGO. I will always recommend you use .com if you want to go international. So I choose .com, then I click on check. So if this domain is not registered, it will be available for me to use. But if it is registered, I cannot register it for the second time. So you see, dikupages.com is unavailable. What this means is that the domain name Dikupages has already been registered. Perhaps if I want the same domain name, I can go with a different domain extension, that is either .org or .net and whatever. But I want .com, so I will search again. So instead of Dikupages, I will say Dikupages web. Then I click on check. Awesome, congratulations, dikupageweb.com is available for $99.99. So I click on continue. So these are the various features I'll get for the starter plan for the web hosting, which is $12 per year. So going down, you can choose your billing cycle either annually, 2 years, or 3 years. However, if you choose more than a year, that is 2 years, you save 16%, and you also save 16% when you go in for 3 years. You can also choose additional services like dedicated IP, either monthly or yearly, ballister license, WHMCS, starter license. We don't need all this. So what I do is I click on continue, and in here I have the opportunity to use free DNS management. So I check this. IP address, I need to pay for it. I don't want to pay extra. And then email forwarding is free, so I check it. Then I click on continue. I like free things. And now the web hosting for starter plan is $12 per year, and then the domain registration is $99.99 per year, and everything amounts to $21.99 per year. Now going down, you can choose your currency depending upon where you are coming from. I'll leave it as dollars. If you have a promo code, you enter it in here. And finally, billing details. So if you are an existing customer, you click on existing customer login and then continue. But here is the case, I'm going to create a new account. So in here, I fill all these details: my first name, last name, email address, phone number, which is optional. Then my billing address, company name, which is optional, street address, city, state, and then country. Then in here, I enter my password and confirm my password. Now, payment method, you can go by PayPal. You can also pay by direct credit or debit card. You can also pay with Bitcoin. So I want to pay with my debit card, so I select that. Now in here, I enter my card number, the expiry date, and then the CVV number. Afterwards, I click on checkout. So now I'll fill all these details and go ahead and click on checkout and get back to you. Okay, my order is placed. I click on continue to client area. And now I am in my Asura hosting dashboard, and right there is the domain I've registered. dikupagesweb.com. Now let's go ahead and check our email for the login details to Asura Web Hosting. Alright, I'm in my Gmail account and Asura will send us so many messages. So for the first time, you need to confirm your domain name by going here. Because I'm already on Asura, I won't get that confirmation link. By you coming to Asura for the first time, you need to click on the link just to confirm your account. So I go back. The next thing I'll do is look for Asura hosting, that is hosting account information. So I click in here. Then this particular email will have the login details to my Asura hosting platform. Right here, I have my control panel login details, which I need to hide for obvious reasons. So to be able to log into your control panel, you need to open the server URL. So I'll just highlight it and I can right click, copy, open a new tab, paste it in, enter. Then I'll go back and grab my username and password. So I'm just picking the password because the username is simple to remember. And I click on sign in. And now we are in Asura Hosting cPanel. And these are the various features you get when you host with Asura Hosting or any other hosting platform. So that's it, guys, on how to get a domain name and a web hosting with Asura. Now let's go ahead and install WordPress. So to install WordPress, I scroll down to extra features, then I click on Softaculous Auto Installer. With Softaculous Auto Installer, I'm just a few clicks away from installing WordPress. So I click on it. So I have WordPress here. I can also see WordPress here. So either way, it will take you to the same place. So I click on install. Now under installation URL, take note with Asura, you get free SSL. So you need to select it. So you can either choose https:// or https://www. But I want to go with this, that is https:// and then under domains, that is choose domain. I drop down the arrow. This is the domain we registered, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I want to go with this domain, prohomefinance.com. In directory, you don't want to keep anything in here, so I take it off. Going down under site settings, I enter the name of my site and also the description. I'll leave this for now as it is, so that I will later show you how to change the name of your website as well as the site description. Under admin account, in here I enter my username and also password. Take note, these details is what you use to log into your WordPress website in order to edit it. So I enter these details pretty quick. Next is admin email. I take off this and I go ahead and enter the email address I used to register on Asura. Perfect. And the language, you can choose whatever language you want. I'll keep it as English for now because I speak English and I'm not going to do any other thing. I scroll down to the end, click on install, and WordPress will install in some few seconds. I'm doing this in real time. Awesome. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. So I can go ahead and click on my URL, that is prohomefinance.com, to go to my website. Perfect. So this is my website. This is what users will see when they enter prohomefinance.com into their web browsers. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to log into my website in order to edit it. So to log into my website, I click at the end of the .com, then I'll enter /wp-admin. Hit enter. This will take me to the login page. So in here, I enter my username and password. So I've entered my login details and I click on login. And this will take me to my WordPress dashboard. Now that WordPress is installed, the next thing I'm going to do is to clean and set up my WordPress website. So first of all, I'll clear what is on the dashboard. I don't really need them. So I click on screen options and I uncheck all these. click back on it to have a clean dashboard. Next, I go over to post. Defaultly, when you install WordPress, you get the default hello world post. I don't need it, so I trash it. Go to trash, empty the trash. Next, I go to pages. I don't need these 2 pages. I select all by clicking on this arrow. Go to bulk actions, move to trash, apply. Click on trash, empty trash. Next, I go to appearance. Currently, I have 3 themes, and currently I have 3 themes installed, which means you see all these 3 themes when you install WordPress. And this is the active one, which means I don't need the rest of these 2 themes. So I just go ahead and delete them. Awesome. Next, I go over to plugins. I don't need these 2 plugins. They are not even activated anyway. I select all, bulk actions, delete, apply. Okay. Off they go. Next, I go over to settings, then I click on general. During the installation, I mentioned that I will show you how to change the name of your WordPress website. So this way you can do that. Under general settings, site title, I remove what is here and I enter the name of my website. In the tagline, I remove this and enter my tagline. How to manage your personal finances at home. Under WordPress URL, you need to make sure that you have the HTTPS. That is, if you see that your website is not secured. My website is secure because you see this padlock, and when you click on it, you see connection secure. Perfect. And this is my administrative email. I can change it anytime I want. And I don't need to do any other thing. I click on save changes. Next, I click on permalinks. Currently, my permalinks is set to date and name, which means if I make a blog post, the current year, month, and day will be part of the URL of my post. And I don't want that. I only want to see the name of my post or the title of my post. So to achieve that, I choose post name. Then I go ahead and click on save changes. Now, if I go to my name here, you see that I have Swadik, which means if I make any blog post, the name that will appear over there will be Swadik. What if I want my readers to see my full name? How can I achieve that? To do that, I click on edit profile, scroll down. So in here, I enter my first name and last name. Now under display name publicly as, I drop down the arrow and I can choose any of these name pairings I want. Take note, I'm getting these names here simply because I specified my first name and last name. So I drop down the arrow and I'll choose this. Scrolling down, so in here I can enter my bio info, which I can show on blog post, but I don't want to do that for now. Next is profile picture. If I want to see my own image here, what I need to do is click on this link. That is, you can change your profile picture on Gravatar. I right click on it, open link in a new tab. Now if I create an account on Gravatar, what I need to do is just upload the image which I want to appear on my website. So whatever email I used to create an account on Gravatar, I need to use that same email right here so that I will be able to pull that image onto my WordPress website. Which means in order to create an account on Gravatar, I need to use this particular email. I'll skip this step for now. In here, I can reset my password to a new password. I don't want to do that. I already have my password. Then I click on update profile. So now if I go to my name here, you now see my full name instead of the short one. So that's it on cleaning up and setting up our website. Next thing I'm going to do is to install a theme. A theme is basically the design and layout of your WordPress website. So to do that, I go over to appearance, then I click on themes. So take note, this is the default theme we are using. Let's take a look at it. So I right click on the name of my website, open link in a new tab. Always want to keep my dashboard open. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and exit out of here and Gravata as well. So this is the current look and feel of my WordPress website. So this is the theme I'm using. That is the green background and the black text. So let's go ahead and install a new theme. So I go over to my dashboard. Under appearance and themes, I click on add new. Under search themes, I search for Blocksy. So I have Blocksy right here. I click on install. It is installed. I go ahead and activate. So I have installed and activated my Blocksy theme. Let's go ahead and check the new look and feel of my website. So I click on refresh. So now this is the new look and feel of my website. I go back to my dashboard. When you install Blocksy, it will be recommended that you install the Blocksy Companion. The Blocksy Companion is a plugin that will give you extra features in order to work with the Blocksy theme. So I'll go ahead and click on install Blocksy Companion. If you don't see it here, you can also go to plugins, add new. I'll right click on add new, and in here you can search for Blocksy Companion, and it is right here. So you can either install it from here or here, whichever way, they will all take you to the same place. So I click on install. So it will install as well as activate. It is installed. So if you want to get important updates about Blocksy, you click on allow and continue. I'll skip this for now. So after installing the Blocksy Companion, like I said earlier, you get extra features that you can use to work with the Blocksy theme. For instance, you can use starter size. So if you don't want to build your website from scratch, you can import any of these templates and build on it. So currently, these are the various templates you find with the Blocksy theme. Perfect, but I don't want to use any of this. I want to do everything from scratch. You can also use some extensions. So in here, you have free extensions as well as pro extensions. Perfect. So on this website, I'll make good use of cookie consent and also trending post later in this tutorial. Now that we have installed and activated our theme, let's go ahead and install some plugins. Take note, plugins are just applications that will extend the functionality of your WordPress website. So to install the plugin, I go over to plugins and I click on add new. Under search plugins, I search for Elementor. Elementor is a page builder that we'll use in order to design our website. So this is Elementor. It has over 5 million active installations. I click on install now. It is installed. Next, I'll also go ahead and install another plugin that is premium add-ons for Elementor. This will add extra premium widgets to the Elementor page builder. So I click on install now. So for now, these are the two plugins I need in order to build my website. So I can go to install plugins to activate them at once. You see that they are not activated. So I select this and that. Then I go to bulk actions, activate, apply. So if you don't want to activate your plugins one after the other, this is how you can do that. There are other plugins we'll be using later in this tutorial. We shall install them as and when we need them. So that's it on installing and activating our plugins. Having installed our plugins, let's go ahead and create some blog posts, which is the reason why we are making this website. So to create a blog post, you can go over to new, then click on post, or you go over to post, then click on add new. So I'll right click on this, open link in a new tab, click on it. I exit out of here, and under title, I add the title of my post. And I have my post well formatted in Word. So I'll grab the title from here, paste it in here. Now take note, since we are making our website with Elementor, I'm going to use Elementor in order to design all my blog posts. So I'm not going to enter any content in here. The next thing I'm going to do is go over to post, and I click on categories, add new category. So in here I enter a related category to my post. So I'll enter personal finance. So if I already have a particular category, I can add this to it as a parent category. I don't want to do that. I click on add new category. It will show right here. I can add as many categories as I want, but I keep this for now. Under tax, I can add some tax. So I can say home finance. I can also add personal finance. Okay, I'll keep these two for now. Now I'll also add a featured image that will be displayed alongside my blog post. So I set featured image, select files, and it will take me to a folder where I can get my image. So I have my image right here, select it, click on open. If you want to make beautiful featured image like this, you can use a website called Canva. I'll leave a link to Canva in the description down below so that you can check it out. So this is Canva. So as you can see, this is something similar to what I have. Okay, so I exit out of here. Next, I enter the alt text for my featured image. My image is already bearing the name I want to use, which is best ways to manage personal finance at home. This is good for search engine optimization. So I just copy the whole of this and I paste it in here. Then I click on set featured image. So if I click on publish now, this particular blog post will be live on my website. However, the blog post is not finished yet, so I don't want to publish it when visitors cannot actually read any content from it. So I just go ahead and save it as a draft. Then I click on edit with Elementor. So it is open with Elementor. In here I have my title, my name, date, and then the category in which the post is being created. So right here are the elements that I will use in order to build my blog post. So I'll grab the text editor, drop it right here. Then in here, I'll remove all what is here and enter my own text. So I go to my Word document. I can decide to select everything in here and go ahead and paste. But I want to do some special formatting to some of the headings in my documents. So when I get to a particular one, I'll show you what I mean. So first of all, I'll grab up to this stage and copy it to my clipboard and I paste it in here. Next is a heading which I've labeled as H2 heading. So when you are making blog posts, your headings will be categorized. The first one is an H1 heading, and any other headings you'll be inserted into your page will be H2 headings, but you can choose whichever headings format you want. So I'll grab this minus the into brackets H2, copy it, then I go to elements, I drag in the heading element, and in here I can edit my text. So I'll just go ahead and paste what I've copied. So in here you see that HTML tag is using the H2 heading, and this is good for search engine optimization. Next, I go back to a document and I'll copy this match, go back to Elementor, elements, then I drag in the text element again. I select all this and paste what I've copied. I go back to my document again. Now this is another heading, but this time around is an H3 heading. So let's see how we can set an H3 heading. So I highlight up to this point, copy it, go back to Elementor, then elements, I drag in the heading element right here, and in here I paste, and I change it from H2 to H3 right here. Perfect. Going back to my document, I grab from here up to this stage. and I go to elements, drop in the text element, and I highlight this and paste my text. As you can see, all what I'm doing is sort of tedious, but it is worth it. Using Elementor to build your blog post, you'll be able to design your blog pages whichever way you want. I hope you get the concept. So I'll just go ahead and paste the rest of the information and get back to you. Okay, now everything is entered. So if you are happy, like I'm happy, I click on publish and it will be live now. Hooray, your post is live. Let's take a look. I click on this three dash here, then I click on view page. Awesome. This is perfect. So now I've shown you how to create a blog post. I'll go ahead and add more blog posts to my website and get back to you. And if you want to follow along, I suggest you also do the same. Okay, I've added more blog posts to my website and I have 9 blog posts now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to design my home page. So now if I go to the home page of my website and refresh, you see all the blog posts I've made so far being displayed. And this is how it will be displayed. You see that. But I don't want it this way. I want to be able to customize my home page the way I want, and I want to use Elementor to do that. And there's no way I can edit this particular page. So to be able to edit my home page, I need to create a page which I can edit and also make it my home page. So to do that, I go over to new, then I click on page. I'll give it a title and I'll just say home. I click on publish, publish again. It is published. I view the page. Now I've created this page and call it home. Meanwhile, it's not my home page yet, because if you go to the URL, you see prohomefinance.com/home. I don't want this /home. So how can I solve it? Now if I click on the name of my website, it will take me to the home page of my website where you will see the /home. So this is my default home page, but I want to make the page I created as my home page, that is this page. And I want to make it in such a way that the /home will not be part of the URL. So how can I achieve this? To do this, I'll go to the back end of my website, then I'll go over to settings, then I click on reading. Under your home page displays, I choose a static page instead of your latest post. You see that currently it is set to latest post. That is why if you go to the home page, you see all the blog posts I've made so far. So I want to make this page my home page. So I go back, then I choose a static page, then under home page, I drop down the arrow and choose home. Take note, that is the page I just created. So I scroll down, then I click on save changes. Now if I go back to this page and refresh it, the /home will go off and this page will now be my default home page. So now you see that I can now edit this page. So I click on edit and I'm going to edit it with Elementor. So I click on edit with Elementor. So I don't need this title here, home. So in order to get rid of it, I go over to settings, then I hide title. Under default page layout, I can also choose Elementor full width and the page will refresh. So the title is gone and I'm going to use the Elementor full width. So just as we saw in when we were creating our blog post, you can also use these elements right here in order to build your page. But I don't want to spend my time in designing my home page. Because of that, I've made a template for you which you can import and build from there. And I'll leave a link to this template in the description down below so that you can go ahead and download it for your website. So I click on this folder right here. Then I go over to this icon right here, that is insert template. I click on it, then I select file. So I go to the location where I will find my template and I have my template in here. It will be some name dot JSON file. So I select it and I click on open. It is uploaded and I click on insert and I choose yes, so that it will import all the settings. Awesome, the template is inserted and this is how beautiful it is. So in here I have my hero section, some popular posts, some counter section, and then latest posts, and finally an about section. So let's see how we can further customize this particular page. So with this text here, that is how to manage your personal finances at home. You can just click and you start typing away, or if you don't need the whole of this, you can just take it out and enter your own text. I'm making a blog website on how to manage your personal finances, so I think this title is perfect. Then the subtitle here, you may also want to enter some text that will further describe what your website is about. So I'll just enter something in here pretty quick and get back to you. Okay, I've entered some text. Now the buttons in here, if I don't need them, for instance this one, I can just go ahead, right click and delete it, and this one as well. And maybe this particular one, I'll select it and I can change the text on it. So I'll remove what is here and I enter learn more. Perfect. And under link, I'll enter the link I want to redirect this button to. Shall look at how to do that later. Under popular posts, maybe the title, you don't want popular articles, you can say popular post. Popular post. This particular grid you are seeing here, I've used the premium add-ons for Elementor plugin to get this. So if you click on the pencil icon here, it will take you to content. Then you can choose whatever skin you want here. Currently it is using classic. You can choose modern. You see how modern is. You can choose cards. Cards is beautiful. You can use on-site. Finally, banner. Perfect. I think I like classic, so I'll leave it as classic for now. You can choose the number of columns you want. Currently I'm using 3 columns. Let's see how 4 columns will look like. Awesome. 5 columns. Okay, then 6 columns. So this will make your work clumsy. I don't want it that way, so I go back to my 3 columns, and I've decided to show 6 posts per page, so as you can see in here. So if I want, I can reduce this to 3, or I can also increase it to 9. Perfect. If I make it 8, it will not be beautiful because it will look as if something is missing in here. So the number of posts per page you choose will depend upon the number of columns you have. So I'll leave it as 6, and then query. The source is post. Now under order, I've selected random. You can also decide to choose last modified, so that you see the last post you have made changes to. You see that after choosing that, everything here has changed. You can also choose by date. Perfect. Or you can also choose by number of comments. I'll stick to random so that I'll get some random posts in here. Featured image. The image size is using full. I can also decide to toggle off featured image so that I won't have any featured image. Perfect. But I like it. And the hover effect, currently it is using grayscale. When you hover, you see that the image will be grayed out. You can choose zoom in. You see that. I can also use blur. I just want to show you the possibility. You can choose whatever you like. I'll stick to grayscale, and I will leave the rest of the settings as they are. So you can play with all the settings in here. You can also make some changes under style. For instance, the title, you can change the text color and the title, and also the hover color. You see the colors in here. So this is the color of my heading. If I hover, you see this color right there. Perfect. So you can use this particular section to show your readers how much of blog posts you have on your website. Next section is latest posts and guides. So this is using this same format right here. Now this time around, I've included some teaser as part of the text, as well as a read more button. Let's see how we can get the read more button. So I click here, go to post options. Under accept type, currently it is link. That is why you are seeing the button. Now if I choose dots, the button will disappear and you see some dots, which indicates that you can see more text when you click on this particular link. So I choose link, and the text you see on the button is right here. So you can change it to whatever text you want. And the rest of them is the same as you see right here. And finally, the last section is the about section. So in here, you can enter some information concerning your blog website. All what you need to do is remove this and enter whatever you want. But I'll leave this dummy content for now. And there's a button where you click, it will take you to the About Us page. So we shall look at how to link this button to the About page when we finally create it. Now this image right here, if you don't need it, you can change it by just clicking on it. When you click or you go to the pencil icon, is the same. Then under content, you click on the image again. So you can choose any of the images here you want, like this. Perfect. Or you can go ahead and choose fresh image from your computer. Maybe I use this, open, insert media, and it will appear right here. If you also want to change the background image on the hero section, what you need to do is click on edit section right here and click on style, choose image, then you can choose whatever image you want. So I'll choose this and I click on insert. Awesome. After inserting, you can change the position. So currently it is using center right. You can use defaults. You can choose center. You can choose top center, whichever way you want. Keep it as center. And under size, I choose cover so that everything will appear. Perfect. Now under attachments, I'll click on fixed so that when I'm scrolling, the image will be fixed. Perfect. I just want to use this to show you this is not the picture I'm going to use. So I'll go back to my original image and then I'll choose my original settings. So I don't want to make it fixed and I don't want to use cover. Perfect. Now this image here is having some white background. As a result of that, when you have some white text, it will not appear clearly. So I've applied some background overlay that is here, and I've used black, so you can choose whatever color you want. You see that. Awesome. But I want to keep it as black, and you can also decrease the opacity from here. You see that. So I've decreased it to the barest minimum. As a result of that, my text will not show clearly, so I need to bring it back. Perfect. I'll also scroll down and change this image back to my original image right here. Let's assume I want to add a section in addition to this. All what I need to do is click on the plus icon here and I can choose any of these structures right here. So if I click on this, I can go to elements and drag in the image elements, choose whatever image I want. I can also go to elements, drag in the heading, go back to elements, and then I drag in the text element. I can also go ahead and add in a button. So this is how you can add a new section to your home page, but I don't need this, so I take it out. So let's assume I don't need this counter section right here, and I also want to take the home section to replace the counter section we're having on top. So I just click and drag it way to that particular position right here, then I drop. Perfect. So this will serve as some kind of separator in between the popular post and then the latest post. Perfect. So if I'm happy with this, I click on update. Let's take a look. So I go here, click on view page. Perfect. Very clean. I like this. So now that the home page is completed, let's go ahead and create the rest of the pages. That is about page, blog page, and then contact us page. So to do that, I go to new, then I click on page. On the title, I enter about us, then I drop down the arrow and the template. Default template, I choose Elementor full width, then I click on publish. Publish again. It is published. I edit with Elementor. So I have a template for the about page just as the home page. So I'll just go ahead and insert it. So I click on insert. Then I click on import template arrow right here. Select. I open my templates folder and I click on about, open. It's uploaded right here. I click on insert. I choose yes. So when you see this title in here, all you need to do is go to settings, toggle off hide title and toggle it on again, then page layout, Elementor full width. The page will refresh, then the title is off. So in here, if you want to change the background color, you can do so under style and then color. You can choose whatever color you want. If you also want to use an image, go to classic, then you choose a background image, maybe this one for instance, then insert. Awesome. You can do your settings under position, center, maybe cover, something like that. So this image here too, you can change it just as we did on the home page. But I don't want to change the image here, so I'll just go ahead and delete it. And in here, I enter about my business or my blog right here. I also have a section for some numbers. If I don't need it, I'll just go ahead and remove it from here. And finally, I have a section for the staff of my company. Maybe if the background is sort of white, can add a background color by clicking on edit section. Then I go to style, classic, color. I choose whatever background, maybe some gray color, something like that. And in here, if I want to add staff image, I just click on the image, then I click on choose image. I choose this one for instance, then I click on insert. I can also change the name by selecting this. I can change the name from here. Perfect. So all these text in here, I can change them to whatever text I want. So let's assume I don't need this section. I'll just go ahead and delete it, and I don't really need it. And maybe this image here, I'll change it to something else. So I select it, click on it, and I choose my money image right here and insert. When you are happy, you click on update. So that is it for the about page. Next, I want to create the contact page. So I can exit out of here, and I go over to pages, go to new, right click on it, open link in a new tab. I always want to keep my dashboard opened. So under iTitle, I enter contact as or just contact, whichever one you want. I publish it, publish again, then I edit with Elementor. I'll just go ahead and insert the contact template. So I click here, click on import template, select file, and I choose contact, open. It is inserted. I click on insert and choose yes. I don't need the title contact us here, so I go over to settings, toggle off hide title, and then on it again. Page layout, I choose Elementor full width, and the page will refresh, and my contact page is ready. Feel free to get in touch with us. So in here, you can enter your phone number, email right here, and then website. So for instance, my email is info@prohomefinance.com. So I just enter it right here. In the website, perfect. And down here below, I have a map for my location. So to change this location, I click on the pencil icon here, and I take this off, then I enter my location. So this is my current location. If I'm happy, then I click on update. Now this column right here, maybe I want to insert a contact form there. How can I do that? I'll go and install a plugin that will give me the opportunity to add a contact form to my website. So I go back to the back end of my website, and I go over to plugins, add new, and the search plugins, I search for WP forms. I have WP forms right here. I install it. It is installed. I activate. Okay, the plugin is successfully activated. So when it is activated, you see it right here. So upon hovering, I click on add new. So in here are some templates I can use to create my contact form, and there are premium templates as well. I'll just go ahead and use a simple contact form. So I use this template. So this form is already built. I just need to customize it to suit my needs. For instance, first name and last name, that is the name field. I don't want these two fields. I only want it to be simple, so that it will be one field. And also comment or message, I don't need comment or message. I only need message. So I select it, and the label, I just remove comment or. Perfect. And the submit button, I don't want it to be submit. I want to make it send. So I go over to settings and the general. So in here, I can choose the name of my form. So instead of simple contact form, I'll just make it contact form. The submit button, I enter send. The notifications in here, which email address do I want my messages to be sent to? if I leave it as this tag, all the images people will be sending me will be sent to the email address I used to set up WordPress. But if I don't want my messages to go there, I'll just enter the email address where I want my emails to be directed to. I'll leave it as the default email for now. And then in here, that is the subject. I'll remove simple and it will leave with new contact form entry. The from name should be the name of my website, Pro Home Finance, and the from email should also be my default email. I leave the rest as they are. Then I go to confirmations. The confirmation type should be message, and this is the message users will see when they submit the contact form. You can tweak it to your liking. So when everything is set, I click on save. Then I go back to my contact page. I refresh the page. When you don't refresh the page, you won't be able to insert your contact form. So under search widgets, that is if you go to elements, search widgets, I search for WP forms. So I'll grab this one, drag it in here. And right here, I need to drop down the arrow, then I select contact form. Perfect. I update it. Looking at my form, it's not appealing. I just want to stretch up all these fields so that it will be in line with the message field. How can I do that? Let's go back to our form builder. Then I go back to fields, select name, click on advanced. Under field size, I drop down the arrow and choose large. I do the same thing to email. And I click on save. I go back to Elementor, then I refresh the page. Awesome. So that's it on how to create the contact form. The final page I'm going to create is the blog page, which will show all my blog posts. So I exit out of here, close this so that it will take you to your dashboard. So to create my blog page, I go to pages, right click on new, open link in a new tab, add title, I enter blog. Then I click on publish, publish again. It is published. Now if I view the page, now I won't see any of my blog posts in here. And the reason is that I need to tell WordPress that this is a page I want to dedicate for my blog post. So how can we achieve that? I go over to the back end, then I scroll down to settings, then I click on reading. Remember, this is where we set our home page under home. So now post page, I drop down the arrow and I choose blog. Scroll down, save the changes. Changes saved. I go over to the blog page, then refresh it. Awesome. And all my blog posts will appear right here. Beautiful. Now that all the pages are created, let's go ahead and customize our website. So to do that, I go over to customize. So take note, this is not a Blocksy theme tutorial. So I'll just go ahead to the specific places we want to use in this tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to work on is insert a logo and also a fave icon. That is the shortcut icon that normally appear here when you open a website. So I hover on the name of my website, then I click on this 3-dot icon right here. In here, I click on select logo, upload files, select files, and I go to the location where I'll find my logo. I have my logo in here, select it and then open. It is inserted, I select to appear right here, so I don't need the site title anymore. So right here, I toggle it off. Maybe I can increase the height of my logo here from 50. I think 70 is cool. I go back, then I scroll down to site identity. And right here, I select my site icon. That is the shortcut icon that will display here. So I click on select icon, upload files, select files, and I'll go ahead and use this one right here. This uploaded, I select it, skip cropping, and it will appear right here. Perfect. Take note, any changes you make in here, you need to publish it. So I click on publish. Next, I'm going to create my menu. This menu here is a default menu. It will be difficult to rearrange them the way you want. So in order to rearrange our menu the way we want, we need to create a fresh menu. So to do that, I go back, then I click on menus, create new menu. Menu name, I call it main menu. And I'll assign it to header menu 1, and I click on next. So when that is done, the previous menu will disappear. Now I click on add items. So I need the home menu, blog, contact us, and then about us. So in here, I can rearrange them the way I want. So home will be first, followed by blog, followed by about us, and finally contact us. Perfect. Next, I go ahead and customize my header. This is not the format I want. So to do that, I click on main row here, and it will open up this header customizations. So I'll pick my logo, drop it right here, and then the menu, I drop it here, and then the search button, I drop it beside the menu. Perfect. I go to design, and the bottom border, I click on none, then I choose this line style, and I'll have a border right here. You can change the color if you want, but I'll leave it as it is. Next, I scroll down to the bottom, and I want to edit the copyright section. So I click on edit. It will open up the copyright section customizer. First of all, I want to edit any of these rows here. I can choose whichever one I want. So I choose the top row. So the columns, you can choose whatever number of columns you want. Defaultly, it is 2. I can choose 3. You see that. 4. Awesome. But I'll leave it as 2 for now. Now I'll click on back. And in here, I'll grab footer menu and drop it right here. You see your menu in here. That is the main menu we created earlier on top. And I think that is what I actually want to use as my footer menu. You can also go ahead and create your own footer menu if this is not appealing for you. And my menu is not appealing because I don't like the arrangement. Ideally, home should be first. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and create my own footer menu. So I go back, then I scroll down to menus, create new menu, and the menu name, I call it footer menu. Then I assign it to footer menu, then click on next, add items. So I have home, blog, contact, about us, and I'll rearrange them. So contact us will be at the bottom. Perfect. I publish. Finally, I'll edit the copyright section. Upon hovering, I click on this 3-dot icon right here. So I don't need powered by. Just take it off, and everything is cool. Or maybe you want people to know that you are the designer of the website, so you can just add some credit. So develop, and you can put your link here so that it will redirect your users to your own website. So I select it, click on insert link, and I enter my URL in here. So I just put the hashtag for now, and I click on apply. So it will change to a link. I click on publish. Next, I want to change the background color of my copyright section as well as the footer section. So I click on edit, go to design, row background. I click on color. I can choose any of these colors here, or I can just go ahead and make it black. Meanwhile, I need to change the text. So I go over to this 3-dot icon here, design, initial font color, make it white, and I think the rest is cool. So I go over to the footer design, background color. Once again, I can choose any of these colors if I want, but this time around I'll make it gray, a dark gray, and I'll change the color of my text. So I click on this icon here, design, font color, choose white, and I click on publish. Next, I want to change the layout of my blog page. So I go back, now blog post, I click on it. So in here you can choose the blog structure you want. So defaultly this is what I'm using, that is great. Let's see simple. Okay, simple is nice. Classic. So with classic, the featured image will be way bigger. Enhance grid. You have 2 blog posts on top. In the next row, you have 3 blog posts in that order. Gutenberg. Okay, this is how Gutenberg will look like. I think I'll go with the simple. The number of posts per page, I'll keep it as 10 for now. You can increase it if you want. You can also decrease it if you want. And I also want to enable sidebar. I'll have a sidebar at the left or right section of my blog page. So defaultly, this is the sidebar I'll get. This doesn't look nice, so I'll show you how we change this sidebar later in this tutorial. Now, if you further want to customize your sidebar, you click on this arrow beside sidebar. So currently it is using the right sidebar. If you need left sidebar, choose it from here. I'll keep it right for now. Now let's see how we can customize single blog page. So I open any of this blog post, then I go back, single post. So defaultly I'm using the narrow width. Let's see normal width. Awesome. Left sidebar, that is if you want to see a sidebar, then right sidebar. Perfect. Maybe in future I'll use the sidebar, but for now I'll keep it as normal width. Content style area, currently it is wide. I'll choose boxed. Perfect. I think I like boxed. Let's see how the sidebar will come up if I choose box. I think this is cool. Perfect. But let me keep it as narrow width for now, as well as box. Maybe I want to see my featured image here, so I scroll down to featured image. I just toggle it on, and I'll have it right here. I also need related post, so I toggle it on, and it will appear down here below. I can further customize my related post by clicking on it. Now, number of columns, I'll make it 2 so that I see 2 in the column, and the number of posts, I make it 2 as well so that I see only 2 related posts. Related criteria, so you can choose either a category or tag. I'll leave it as category. Going down, model placement, let me choose contain so that it will be in the same section as the post, like this. I think this is kind of cool. Perfect. I go back. Next is comments. So I have the comment field right here. I can further customize it by going to the arrow here. Let me make that one to contained. Perfect. This is cool. I'm happy about this, so I click on publish. Next thing I'm going to work on is colors. That is my link colors and my text colors. So I go back, and I go to colors. So I can change my colors under global colors. So my links color here, I can change it even though my color is blue, but it's different from this one. Look at the color code here. Let me paste in my own color. It's still blue. but this is the color I use for my logo. And then the hover color will be the same. Perfect. So these are all the colors I want to change. So if you go down, see I have a button here. I want to keep the same color, that is the blue I have in here. So I go back, then I go to general, buttons, design, the background color. I just paste in this color. Perfect. You see that it's quite different from the initial one. And the hover color, I'll make it a little bit lighter. Perfect. All right. The next thing I'll work on is fonts. So I go back, that is typography. The base font, I'll change it to Montserrat. So I just click on it here. Then I search for Montserrat. It is here. I click on it. So all my text will change to Montserrat. So if you want to change the size, you can click here. That is currently it is using 16 pixels. So you can change it in here. But I will leave everything as it is. I click on publish. So I think that's all the customizations we need to do. Before I exit, let's see how our mobile menu will look like. So I go to, currently we are on desktop. So I click on mobile. I click on the hamburger menu here. It's like we don't have our mobile menu. So let's go ahead and create it. So I go back, scroll to menus, create new menu. So I call this mobile menu. I assign it to mobile menu. Next, add items, home, blog, contact, about us, and I'll drag contact us beneath. Now let's go ahead and assign our mobile menu. So I publish it. So to do that, I hover on the header row, then I click on main row, then I click on back. In here, I grab the off canvas menu and drop it right here. Perfect. I think this is cool. So if you want to change the size or the font, you can just go ahead and click on off canvas menu. Then you go to design, and in here you can change your colors. And I think everything is perfect. Maybe I'll need to change the size. Right here, I'll make it 15. Awesome. Or maybe 17. 17 is cool. Let me go back to general. Currently it is using the default menu type. Let me choose bordered. Let's see how that will come up. Okay, I think I like this. I'll exit out of here. I think everything else is cool. Let's see how it will appear on tablets. Perfect. So we can change the size as well on tablets. So I'll go over to design, font family. For tablet, I'll make it 20. Perfect. I'm happy. I click on publish. Now I exit out of here. The next thing I'm going to work on is the search widget here. I don't need all these widgets, so I'll just go ahead and work on them. So to do that, I go over to the back end of my website, and I go to appearance, widgets. So under main sidebar, I want to delete all these widgets and insert my own widgets. So first of all, I'll grab the search widget. So I'll drop it down, select main sidebar, then add widgets. Next is recent post, add widgets, and the title I enter recent post. Now I want to display post date, save it. You can also specify the number of posts you want to display here. I'll keep it as 5. And I think that's all what I need for now. Let me go ahead and refresh my page. Perfect. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and activate some Blocksy widgets. So I go over to the back end of my website. Then I click on Blocksy, extensions. I need cookies consent. I activate it. I also need trending post. I activate it. Now if I go to the front end and refresh, you see the cookie consent right here. If I also scroll down, you see the trending post. So we are seeing this because we have enabled the cookie consent and as well as the trending widgets. Perfect. I can also go ahead and customize the cookie consent widget. Maybe I don't want this style. So I go over to customize. I scroll down to extensions. I have cookie consent. Click on it. So this is the default one I'm using. That is type 1. I'll choose type 2. And this is how type 2 will display. And I think I like this one. Perfect. Even though it will hide my footer section. But if my readers accept the cookie consent, they will now see the footer section. In the cookie period, I'll keep it. You can change it whichever period you want. I'll keep it forever. You can do some custom design and the design by changing the colors and what have you. I go back. You can also customize trending post, but I'll keep it as it is for now. I click on publish and I exit out of here. Awesome. Perfect. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and link up my buttons on the home page right here to their respective pages. So I click on edit with Elementor. I select the button, then under link field, I enter blog. It will show the blog page right here. I click on it and I go down. About us, the button, I click on it, more info, and I'll link it to the about page. So I just enter about and I select about us. And that's it. Click on update. I exit out of here, view page. So if I click on learn more, it will take me to the blog page. Go back, scroll down, about us. If I click on more info, it will take me to the about us page. Perfect. Now my website is complete. Everything is set. I have all my pages laid: home, blog, about us, and then contact us. Perfect. One thing I like about the Blocksy theme is that it has a live search feature. So if I try to search, you see that. So you see a live search. So you can just go ahead and choose whichever one you want, or you can go to show more. Perfect. If I go to the blog page where I also have a search form, maybe how to, you see that I'll get all how to blog posts. Perfect. So now that everything is set, the last thing I'm going to do on my website is SEO. SEO is search engine optimization, and it has to do with how I can rank on search engines like Google and the rest. So to do that, I need to install a plugin. I'll exit out of here for now. Then I'll go over to plugins, add new. Under search plugins, I enter rank map. So this is the rank map SEO plugin. It has over 900,000 active installations. I click on install now. It is installed. I activate. We are just going to do some basic settings of the plugin. So I'll connect my account. So you can log in with Facebook, Google, or WordPress. If you are not a member yet, you can click on register now. It's a simple process, but I'm already on rank map. So I'll go with Google. I'll click on accept terms and conditions, choose Google. So I need to sign into my Gmail account. I'll go ahead and use this. Then I click on activate now. I just want to keep the basic settings of rank map, so I'll return to dashboard. Now under these models, I want to enable local SEO and knowledge graph. So I toggle it on and I leave the rest as they are. So now that rank path is installed, let's go ahead and optimize our blog post. So I go to post, now scroll down to this particular one. I edit it with Elementor. Right here, I click on SEO. So currently, according to rank map, I have 11 over 100. And in order to rank better, I need to increase the percentage. Take note, this doesn't really mean that you will be ranked better on Google when you get higher percentage. This is just a guide to tell you what you actually need to have on your web page in order to rank better. So the first thing I'll do is enter my focus keyword, which is best ways to manage personal finance at home. So best ways to manage personal finances. So after entering the focus keyword, I've increased it from 11 to 68%. Now under basic SEO, I have one error, which is focus keyword not found in SEO meta description. This is the SEO meta description. So I click on edit snippet. And in here, I need to change it in such a way that best ways to manage personal finance will appear right here. So this is what I want to enter, and you see that it's now all good. So I exit out of here, going down. Content is 1008 words long. Good job. You get green when you get about 1005 words or more. Now additional, I have 3 errors. I drop it down. Keyword density is 0.60. Focus keyword and combination appears 6 times. In here, you don't want to overpopulate your keywords. Link out to external resources. So if you have other website which you want to link up to, you can do that so that your post will be ranked better. Google likes that. You also need to add do follow links pointing to external resources. Additionally, you need to add internal links. Internal links has to do with your own content on your website. So let's see how we can add some links in our blog post. So I edit any of these sections. Maybe I'll highlight personal finances. I click on insert link. Let me open my website again. I'll just grab this link, right click on it, copy link, right click, paste, then click on apply. Remember, we're having 70 over 100. Let's see what we'll get after all this. Maybe I have a website I want to link to that talks about credit cards. I'll just highlight it. So you can do the editing here or here. Then I click on link. I'll just enter the URL of that website. So https dikupages.com, and I click on insert. Maybe I also want to make it a do follow link. With that, I need to do it from here. So I edit, go to settings, I click on add no follow links. And since it's an external link, I need to open the link in a new tab so that people will not go away from my website. I update, I click on update, I go back to elements, then SEO. You see that I now have 79. That is from 70 to 79. I still have one error. So in here, rank map is saying that we found one outbound links in your content and all of them are no follow. So I still need another link which will redirect to a particular website, but it shouldn't be a no follow link. So you see how this is tedious. However, you don't need to overdo this. Just make sure everything looks real. But I just want to do it in order to show you how you can get there. I edit this section. I want to link to manage your personal finances at home. I click on link, enter another website, https. I click on apply. I edit it, click on settings, open link in a new tab. So this time around it's not going to be a no follow link. I update. Let's go to elements, SEO. See that I have 81 and everything is all good here. Finally, content readability. I drop down the arrow. Use table of contents to break down your text. At least one paragraph is long. Consider using short paragraphs. Your content contains images and or videos. So I need to have some images or videos in my post. So I'll fix all this. So what I do is, first of all, I update. Then I'll take care of the table of contents. So to get the table of content in my blog post, I need to use a plugin. So to do that, I go over to the back end of my website. I go over to plugins, add new. And the search, I enter table of contents. I'll go ahead and use easy table of contents. I install now, activate, plugin installed and activated. Next, I go over to settings, then I click on table of contents. In here, I have a bunch of settings. I'll just skip it to the minimum. Enable support. I'll uncheck pages. Auto insert. I choose post. Then I scroll down, click on save changes. Now let's go and check one of our posts to see how table of contents will come up. So I open this, scroll down, and it is right here. Perfect. So now let's go back to Elementor. Next, I'll add a video. So I go over to YouTube. I have a video on YouTube. I'll select this video. Now just grab the link, copy. I don't want to play it. Go back to Elementor. Go to elements. Now drag in the video element right here. So I'll see a thumbnail of a video. Then in here, I paste my link. So you can also use other sources. So I'm using YouTube. You can use Vimeo, Dailymotion, or self-hosted. With self-hosted, you need to upload the video onto your web server. Perfect. Maybe I can add a little title here. Elements. Watch video on YouTube. I update. I go to elements, SEO. So now I have 83%. Going down, I still have 2 errors. With table of contents, I need to refresh my page. Let's go back to SEO. Scroll down. I now have 1 errors, and this has to do with the paragraphs. So you may not want to make your paragraphs very long. You need to keep short paragraphs. So what you need to do is just go through your blog post and make your paragraph as short as possible. But like I said earlier, you don't really need to get all 100%. This doesn't really indicate that you rank better on Google or whichever search engine when you get 100%. I hope you get the concept. So I click on update and I exit out of here. One last thing I want to talk about is analytics. So with Rank Map, you can go to analytics, right click, open link in a new tab. So you monitor who comes to your website and how long they will last on your website. So to do that, you need to connect to Google services. I'll make a separate video on that with regards to this particular blog website. I don't want to make the video very long, so be sure to come back to the channel to watch that video. So that's it guys on how to create your own blog website. I hope this video was helpful. If you found value, kindly hit the like button, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell so that each time I post a new video on this channel, you'll be the first to know. Keep watching and I will see you in the next video.